Thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Story Time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to you all a Disney's Villains Cruella De Vil. Alright guys, let's get into this. Alright. I decided to buy a lot of books of different villains. So you all will see the different Disney villains. And this one is about Cruella De Vil. Alright, let's get into this guys. Anita, darling, where are they? Cruella De Vil demanded, barging into her friend Anita's house. Cruella looked around and shuddered. She was used to a life of luxury. She could not understand what joy Anita found living in such a small, humble home. Just visiting made her shiver with disgust. And Anita's husband was even worse. That intolerable Roger who dreamed of being a musician. But still, Anita's Dalmatians were expecting puppies, and Cruella was excited to see them. All right, Cruella, look at you. Cruella sauntered over to a picture of Anita's dogs. Such beautiful, perfect coats, she muttered to herself. Cruella turned back to Anita. The puppies, she said. Where are the little brutes? Oh, it will be at least 3 weeks, Anita replied. Cruella sighed. She was not used to waiting for anything, but beauty was worth the wait, and Cruella was sure the Dalmatian puppy's fur would make a beautiful coat. I've got to run, darling, she told Anita. Let me know when the puppies arrive. You will, won't you, dear? Don't forget, it's a promise. See you in 3 weeks. 3 weeks passed slowly as Cruella waited for word that the puppies had been born. Each night she went to bed dreaming of her luxurious new coat, but still no call came from Anita. Then one wild and stormy night, the phone rang. Delighted, Cruella rushed over to Anita's home. At last, she would have her fur. But when she looked at the puppies, she grew quite angry. They're mongrels, she cried. No spots at all. What a horrid little white rat. You know they grow into their spots, right, Cruella? I guess she didn't, guys. They'll get their spots in a few weeks, Anita explained. At that, Cruella cheered up. In that case, I'll take them all. Okay. I'm afraid we can't give them up, Anita said. Cruella thought for a moment. She had no lack of money. Surely she could make it worth Anita's while to sell the puppies. Taking out her checkbook, she said, I'll pay you twice what they're worth. Wow. Cruella began to write out the check, but her pen would not work. Blast this pen, she shouted as she shook the pen ink, sprayed all over Roger. Wow. Roger stood up. We're not selling the puppies, he told her, and that's final. Cruella could hardly believe her ears. No one said no to her. Fine, keep the little beast for all I care, she shouted. But I warn you, Anita, I'll get even. Uh-oh. Been standing up for the dog. I know that's right. At home, Cruella fumed. If she couldn't buy the pups, she had just have to find another way to get her beautiful fur. Cruella waited until she was sure the pups would have their spots. When she sent her 2 minions, Horace and Jasper, to Anita's house, when Anita and Roger left for a walk, the two rang the doorbell. Nanny answered, and they shoved past her into the house. Then after locking Nanny up, they snatched all 15 puppies. The next evening, Cruella laughed wickedly to herself as she read the paper. Dog napping. Can you imagine such a thing? Just then, her phone rang. It was Jasper. He wanted the money Cruella had promised him for stealing the dogs, but Cruella had more work for Jasper to do. After all, 15 puppies were a good start, but that was not nearly enough to make the coat she had been dreaming about. Not one shilling until the job is done, Cruella shouted, and she slammed down the phone. Oh, I always wondered how she got all the other puppies, guys. And I think this is the book that tells how she got it. Okay. All right, let's go. And the De Vil place... At the De Vil place, Horace and Jasper were lazily watching TV. All around them were Dalmatians. They had done as Cruella asked and purchased more puppies. Now they had a total of 99 pups. Suddenly, Cruella stormed in. The police were looking for the pups. She had to act fast. "It's got to be done tonight," she said. "Do you understand? Tonight!" "But they ain't big enough," Jasper said. Cruella was furious. She wanted her coat, and she wanted it now. She had hired Jasper and Horace to do a job, and she expected them to do it. I know that's right, even though it's cruel. I mean, she hired you. Well, she ain't paid them yet, so I guess, But Horace and Jasper did not have a chance to do as Cruella asked. The puppies' parents had tracked them down. They attacked the men and helped the puppies escape. Horace and Jasper had no choice but to let Cruella know what had happened. When Cruella learned that the puppies were gone, she could not control her rage. Her opportunity to get a one-of-a-kind fur coat had scampered through a hole in the wall. She was determined to get the Dalmatians back. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, Cruella. Cruella jumped into her car and raced toward her mansion. "Well, any sign of them?" she asked when she caught up with Horace and Jasper. "Not so much as one footprint," Jasper answered. "And we've been up and down every road in the county." "We're frozen stiff. We're giving up," Horace added. Reaching through the car window, Cruella grabbed Horace by the collar. "Oh, no, you don't," she said. Cruella wanted her coat, and she wanted it badly. "We'll find the little mongrels if it takes until next Christmas," she shouted. Cruella sighed. She knew she couldn't count on Horace and Jasper to find the pups. She would have to do it herself. All right, Cruella. If you want something done right, I guess you gotta do it yourself, huh? Cruella drove through the night. It was snowing and the road was becoming hard to see. But she didn't care. A little bad weather wasn't going to stop her from getting what she wanted. As the sun rose, Cruella noticed paw prints on the ground. At last, she had found a clue. They thought they could outwit Cruella? She said with an evil laugh. Following the tracks, Cruella made her way to a small village. Surely she would find her quarry there. But search as she might, Cruella could not find a single Dalmatian. All she saw were black Labradors everywhere she looked. Cruella watched as the Labradors jumped into a grocery truck. Suddenly, a patch of snow fell onto one of the dogs. "It can't be! It's impossible!" Cruella shouted. The snow had turned the black animal white. It was a Dalmatian. They had all disguised themselves by rolling in soup. She couldn't believe the animals had fooled her. Dogs are very smart. Very smart. I have a dog, Roscoe. He is so smart, y'all. He do things. I'd be like, what in the world? They smart. Cruella stepped as hard as she could on the gas and took off after the grocery truck. As she caught up with it, she rammed into it from the side. Her car bounced off the truck and she steered to hit it again. Cruella was determined. If she could send the truck over the cliff, the puppies could have no way to escape. She would capture them again and finally get her coat. Cruella was so focused on the grocery truck that she wasn't watching the road. She drove straight off a cliff. Oh wow, and her car came to a stop in a pile of snow. Reversing out of the snow, she raced back onto the road, determined to catch up with the truck. Oh, she was determined, all right. She said, forget this accident, I'm gonna get those pups. But it was not to be. Instead of crashing into the grocery truck, Cruella collided with Horace and Jasper. Both of their cars went over an embankment. You idiots! Cruella called, stepping from the wreckage. You fools! Looking up, Cruella saw the truck driving safely away. The Dalmatian puppies were free. Cruella fumed. She had lost her chance. For now. All right, guys. I guess she gonna try it again, guys. We gonna see. All right, guys. That was Disney's Villains Cruella De Vil. If you like that book, give me a thumbs up. All right, guys. I do thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page if you haven't done so already. All right, guys. Bye.